Alright, I gotta go double or nothing on the recording. Hello. Same day as the previous recording too. I want to finally catch up on how I'm feeling about Silksong. And I will say right now, I will make a review of Silksong when I finish it. But right now I'm taking a break because I'm at the end of Act 2. I have to fight the final boss of Act 2. Oh my god. Just getting that third, I won't spoil anything, but getting like that third thing from the gauntlet, like doing one of the gauntlets in Act 2, fucking sucked. That took me 8 hours, and it took a lot out of me. And I feel like one big contention point in terms of Silksong is its difficulty, and that's kind of what I want to bring up today. For me, hmm, well, hmm. See, I at first when I picked up Silksong, I actually found Silksong extremely derivative of Hollow Knight. I found it very derivative because inherently, besides the down attack being diagonal instead of just straight parallel to the character, I just kind of found it just the same. It just felt like more Hollow Knight. But as I continued playing the game, especially in Act 2, that's when things started to change, especially in terms of difficulty. In Act 2, you're mainly playing in one area of the map and you're not really exploring anywhere else. Neither do you really need to, unless you want to get power-ups and shit. But besides that, when you get to that point, bosses, okay, just for pretensing, in Hollow Knight, some very few, very few enemies that you face will do 2 hearts of damage. Almost every enemy in this point of the game that I'm referring to does 2 hearts of damage. And that is absurd because literally some monsters, some tiny little monsters, flea monsters in the game, do just as much damage as a fucking god in Hollow Knight. So take that as you will. But the big problem with it is like just like with Soulsborne games, some people feel kind of difficultied out of the game. They feel as if the difficulty is a very high contention point for them, and they can't play because it's too hard. And unlike a game like Elden Ring, where you can farm up easier bosses to get higher XP levels and upgrade your person, you can't really do that with Silksong. And I think this works towards Silksong's just enjoyment drastically. And why I'd even say that is because, again, with a game like Elden Ring, you can slowly build up and then you finally take down the boss you want to take out from the beginning. But with this game, it's just constantly showing yourself off or shoving yourself in front of a boss. And you have to constantly be wanting to work towards it. Hold on. Alright, I'm back. But I think what I was trying to say is that, especially with my previous video talking about how I feel this phase of my life is more about patience, this game is meant to test that for the players. Like, you hop into a new boss, and if you find it difficult, the only thing you can really do is just continue going at it. Because from what I know, you can't upgrade your main weapon, and maybe you can get some new items in your arsenal. But really what it comes down to is, it's just you and the boss. And really the tools are there, but you have to be the one to actually make it like happen. Be the one that actually makes it count. Again, there was one gauntlet in the game that I played at first, and I struggled with it so much, I fucking cried for 20 seconds when I beat it. And it took me 8 hours. 8 hours of continuous gameplay to actually complete. So in that very case, I think Silksong is not a game where it's very easily accessible for people, but I feel as if for the right person in the right place and right time, Silksong can be a game where they can really enjoy themselves. And well, yeah, honestly, I don't really understand why there is so much of a discourse about the difficulty. Yeah, it's a hard game, but if you want a hard game, play Silksong. And if you don't want it to be as difficult, you can just download a mod which makes the enemies less strong. They make it weaker. You understand? So, like, I don't know what to tell you. It's just, I don't even know. Like, the game is difficult, but I don't think it's as difficult as people are making it seem. You know what I mean? But hey, I don't even think there's anything else left to say about this topic. Regardless, if you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense. I'm telling y'all, things are great. I'm going to keep doing great shit. Alright? Like, comment, subscribe, all that nonsense. I love you guys. Peace. out.